Introduction: the birth of the symbiotes and their creator. The symbiotes, some of the most fascinating entities in the Marvel Universe, originate from a distant planet known as Klyntar, which translates to cage in their native tongue. This is no coincidence. The symbiotes themselves are a paradoxical race created by a being of immense power and darkness, Knull, the god of darkness. Knull existed before the dawn of light in the Marvel cosmos, thriving in an eternal void. When the Celestials brought light and life to the universe, Knull was enraged, perceiving this as an affront to his dark dominion. To retaliate, he forged the first symbiote using his dark essence, crafting it as a weapon to extinguish light and life. This prototype became All Black, the Necrous Word, which he used to slaughter Celestials. However, as Knull continued to refine his creations, the symbiotes began to multiply, evolving into beings capable of independent thought and action. Knull's original intention for the symbiotes was destruction. They were his soldiers, designed to conquer and corrupt. However, over time, the symbiotes developed their own agenda, eventually rebelling against their creator. They imprisoned Knull in the heart of Klyntar, turning the planet into a living cage. Arrival on Earth: the symbiotes' journey. The symbiotes' presence on Earth began as a series of accidental and deliberate invasions. Their first documented arrival ties directly to Spiderman during the Secret Wars storyline. Spiderman, battling on an alien world, encountered what he believed to be a machine capable of repairing his tattered costume. What he unknowingly bonded with was a black, shape-shifting symbiote that enhanced his powers. Later, the Venom symbiote, rejected by Spider-Man, sought a new host and found Eddie Brock, creating a partnership born of mutual hatred for Peter Parker. This set a precedent for how symbiotes would reach Earth, often through accidental encounters or deliberate attempts to escape their planetary prison. Some symbiotes, like Carnage, arrived in more violent ways, often hitching a ride through alien experiments or other symbiotes' offspring. Others, such as Anti-Venom and Toxin, were either created on Earth or formed as a byproduct of existing symbiote activity. The most famous symbiotes: Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage. Spider-Man and the symbiote suit. The symbiote's bond with Peter Parker is iconic. Initially, it seemed like the perfect partnership, enhancing Spider-Man's strength, agility, and web-slinging abilities while eliminating his need for traditional suits. However, the symbiote began to influence Peter's behavior, making him more aggressive and reckless. Realizing the danger, Peter rejected the symbiote, which left him feeling betrayed. This rejection marked the symbiote's inability to fully bond with Spider-Man, as their personalities were inherently incompatible. Peter's sense of responsibility clashed with the symbiote's darker, more primal instincts. Venom, the anti-hero. When the symbiote found Eddie Brock, their mutual disdain for Spider-Man created a perfect storm. Unlike Peter, Eddie welcomed the symbiote's influence, embracing the power and the hatred it fueled. Together, they became Venom, a character oscillating between villain and anti-hero. Venom's appeal lies in this duality: a lethal protector who challenges traditional definitions of heroism. Carnage, pure chaos. Carnage, born from the offspring of the Venom symbiote, bonded with the psychopathic serial killer Cletus Kasady. This bond was terrifyingly perfect. Kasady's unhinged mind aligned seamlessly with the symbiote's thirst for destruction, creating one of Marvel's most dangerous villains. Carnage embodies chaos, using his powers not for survival or vengeance but for unrelenting violence. Lesser-known symbiotes: Anti-Venom, Scream, and Toxin. Anti-Venom, created when Eddie Brock's cancer treatment combined with residual symbiote traces. Anti-Venom is unique. Unlike other symbiotes, Anti-Venom can cure diseases and neutralize other symbiotes, acting almost as their opposite. Its white appearance and healing properties make it a fascinating addition to the symbiote lore. Scream, one of the first female symbiotes, Scream bonded with Donna Diego. As part of a Life Foundation experiment, Scream was created to be a weapon. Her striking yellow and red design is complemented by her lethal abilities, including sonic manipulation. Toxin. Toxin is the offspring of Carnage and is often described as the most powerful symbiote. Bonded with police officer Patrick Mulligan, Toxin struggled between good and evil, as his host fought to control the symbiote's dark urges. This internal conflict makes Toxin a compelling character in the symbiote saga. Symbiote gender: androgynous by design. Symbiotes are inherently androgynous, existing beyond traditional gender constructs. Their ability to adapt to and bond with any host regardless of gender underscores their fluid nature. While they often emulate traits associated with their host's gender, their true form is formless and fluid. This adaptability allows them to transcend physical and societal boundaries, bonding with male, female, and alien hosts alike. At their core, symbiotes are amorphous, shape-shifting life forms made of organic matter. This amorphous quality allows them to adapt to almost any situation, making them incredibly versatile and resilient. Their biological structure enables several unique traits: elasticity and fluidity, self-sustenance, longevity. Symbiotes are nearly immortal. They do not age or deteriorate over time, and they can survive in the harshest environments, including the vacuum of space. Symbiotes are not mindless parasites. Each symbiote possesses a unique form of intelligence, ranging from cunning and strategic to primal and instinct-driven. This intelligence is not static, it evolves based on their experiences and the hosts they bond with. Matching symbiotes and hosts, before and after effects. Symbiotes are incredibly selective when choosing their hosts. They look for individuals whose personalities, desires, and even weaknesses align with their own. A darker symbiote might seek out someone with violent tendencies, while a more strategic symbiote could prefer a host who is calculated and cunning. Once the bond is formed, the symbiote enhances the host's abilities but also begins to influence their behavior, making them more aggressive, manipulative, or sometimes more empathetic depending on the symbiote's nature. The host often experiences drastic physical and psychological changes before bonding. They may feel a growing sense of connection or obsession with the symbiote. Afterward, the host becomes much stronger, faster, and more resilient. However, the symbiote's dark influence may also begin to erode their sense of morality. For example, Eddie Brock wrestled with Venom's dark urges for vengeance, while Cletus Kasady fully embraced Carnage's violent chaos. These before and after effects can drastically alter a character's moral trajectory and personal identity. The superpowers and overpowering abilities of symbiotes. Symbiotes grant their hosts extraordinary abilities, often amplifying their physical strength, speed, and durability to superhuman levels. Venom and Carnage, for example, can lift tons effortlessly, and they have incredibly rapid healing factors. Symbiotes can also shapeshift, allowing them to create weapons, armor, or camouflage from their own bodies. Some can produce deadly tendrils or symbiote-constructed weapons. Additionally, symbiotes can block telepathic attacks and are highly resistant to most forms of damage. Beyond these physical abilities, many symbiotes are capable of producing toxins, influencing their host's thoughts, and even tapping into interdimensional knowledge. These overpowered abilities often make them formidable foes for heroes, even those as strong as Spiderman, Thor, or even the Hulk. Conclusion: in this episode, we've covered several key aspects of the symbiote lore within the Marvel Universe. We began by tracing their origin to Knull, the god of darkness, who shaped them into beings of immense power and influence. We then explored the diverse personalities that make each symbiote unique, some darker and more chaotic, others with slightly sweeter edges. We also discussed the symbiote's gender fluidity, revealing that they are largely androgynous and adapt to the identity of their host. Additionally, we delved into how symbiotes seek out hosts who reflect their own personalities, and the significant changes these hosts undergo both physically and psychologically. Finally, we highlighted the incredible powers and abilities that symbiotes grant their hosts, emphasizing their overwhelming strength and adaptability. The symbiote saga is one of power, control, and transformation, and understanding these complex beings opens up a deeper appreciation for the vast mythology of the Marvel Universe.